Let's get started. My name is Stephen Rose, and welcome to the Microsoft 365 Experience and Devices Theater. Um, Thank you for spending the next 20 minutes with me. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to do 35 demos in 20 minutes. So we're going to move right through this, but it's good. So we're going to show you how to help to improve some Teams collaboration, how to make you more productive on the go, and how Microsoft 365 puts AI to work for you. So let's start with, we'll start with teamwork and collaboration. So kind of a Teams overview. We have chat, of course, which is awesome. It's a great way for us to be able to communicate with folks inside of Teams. We also have our channels, Teams conversations, and of course, announcements. Calendar, which we can use to schedule meetings and collaboration. Our desk phone with rich features like video calling and screen sharing. And then it's great and easy to access files from SharePoint and of course from OneDrive. Inline translations is a relatively new feature. Here we're clicking, we're choosing translate, and it will translate to any one of 26 languages right there inside of Teams and be able to translate that back. We've also announced this week that we're adding pop-out chat, so if you're chatting with someone, click the button and it will pop out and you'll be able to keep that persistent with Teams minimized in the background. Adding a person to a Teams chat is super easy. So here, we're going to go in, we're going to add an external guest, or it could be an internal guest. Click them. We can choose to include whether or not to add the history, or from how long, or give somebody the full history of what's happened in that chat up to that point. Private channels, we can limit who has access from a broader team for sensitive discussions or for content, and we can apply this to all conversations, files, or anything shared within this channel. So here we are, we're typing in Miriam, we're adding Dr. Gu, we add Miriam, we click add, done, and that's it. And you see the little lock, and that will tell you that it's a private channel. Teams priority messages, we can add urgency to our messages by making them important or urgent. So we see here, we can go over on the icon, we can pick important, which does that. And if we go down and we pick urgent, it'll actually ping that person every 2 minutes for up to 20 minutes. Team polls, we can create a poll with multiple choices directly in the conversation. We can have somebody vote on the opinions, and we can also go back and review this anytime. So we can say, hey, what would we like to do as a team? We can add some choices. We send the poll, it embeds it right there inside of Teams. People are going to answer it. They say result, and the person who created it, they can go in and they can view all the results. Teams checklist, we can create, join checklists, and then post that to the channel. So what we're going to do in here is we'll say, hey, we want to make sure all of our Q2 tasks are done. We're going to drop in some of those tasks that need to be finished. Again, we'll send that checklist. It's shared with everybody on the team. Once somebody finishes something, or I do, I can do it, we save it, and we can go back and view that checklist. So really easy to share those sort of updates that need to be done. Team survey, we can create a survey and post them in the chat and take survey results. So this is a little bit different because you'll see once we type in that survey, we have a choice of a rating, text, number. So it's a little bit more than which one of these do you want to do. We can say what percentage, how do we want to bring that together, have people which of these is your favorite, rate them by stars, so we can get a slightly different info. Teams custom backgrounds, here is my, my other workmate, Jason, and what we've done is we are showing blur. In addition to blur, we also have custom backgrounds that we've already pre-populated for you, or you can add your own. So here we have a beach. He brought his own sunglasses. Or if you need a little firepower, you can always just take a picture of your boss or Satya and put it behind you as well, and look pretty interesting. Real-time captioning is a great feature as part of diversity and inclusion, which I love. So you can turn on live captions, and then as everybody's talking, those are captured right here so I can read along. This is especially good if you have folks where English is a second language. This is super powerful. Right now, it's only English in this release, but we're looking forward to future releases with more choices. Teams Magic Whiteboard. This is something we showed a few months ago, but this is the new Magic Whiteboard feature in Teams. What it's doing is using AI to recognize the boundary of the whiteboard. It zooms into it, and then it makes the people standing in front of it transparent so that you can see through what they're doing onto the whiteboard. With that, I'm going to switch over to the Surface Hub for my next demo. So we'll show one or two kind of cool things over here. First one is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold this picture. I'm going to hit the magic wand and we're going to take a look. What it's going to do is it's going to take a look at this photo and it's going to translate it and turn it into editable text and graphics. So you can take a picture of a whiteboard or just cut and copy paste it over. We'll see it kind of going and there it is. And then what's great is I can grab one of these words here like bandit. I can just choose to pull it over. I could say I'd like Chicago, and it's that easy. I could even erase. I can also go over here, and once again, I can highlight a series of words. I can use the magic wand, and it will take messy handwriting, turn it into handwriting. It'll also take shapes and auto-turn shapes into nice-looking shapes that are much better than the ones that we can draw. All right, productivity on the go. Play my email. This is a really cool feature that we announced this week.
I have 5 emails for you right now,
rolling out,
including a change to your day. This'll take a few minutes. NBCRNDNP Dolores Roberts changed the time for lunch with Mary from 3:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Just so you know, you also have presentation to MCIU preparation at the same time.
So what's awesome here is that we can flag emails, we can forward emails, we can read it, we can respond.
Show me emails with attachments from the past month.
We can do a ton of great stuff. And then in addition, we could also say, show me all the emails with attachments. And you can do this today in the Outlook mobile app. Simply click the spyglass.
Show me emails from Megan in April.
And if you're using Exchange Online, all those emails are there and super easy to come up. So we're making it easier as your commute to get emails, respond, find what you're looking for without having to crack open your laptop. And that's really the key. Briefing emails and actionable messages. Whoops, sorry, I went one too fast. Let's try that again. So what we have here is you'll get like a daily wrap-up that will tell you what's going on this day, what you need to prepare for, what's going to be important. I can see where my emails are at. I can see some asks that are related to some of the meetings that I'm going to be doing. So all of that information is right here for me. I can go ahead and complete those tasks, have that done, and it will also say, hey, you know, have you finished up this, finished up that, and you have some open time. Do you want to book that? Do you want to book that to work on some emails, get caught up, work on other projects? So it's going to make it a lot easier for you to continue to move forward. Setting up meetings in Outlook is also super easy. We can go to an email, we can hit respond, and we have a choice by simply clicking the calendar icon to send our availability or to pick and choose a time, see who's free and available in a time that works well for all of us. And then with one click, after I choose a place, I'll turn it into a Teams meeting. So there we go. Now it's a Teams meeting, we're ready to go. So one click create, one click join, right from an email if you choose. And that functionality has been available for quite a while. If you haven't seen it, absolutely check it out. Anti-phishing and safe links. What we have here is if an email is being sent from someone, you may get a warning. You can turn this on, it says, hey, this is not an email account you've gotten this from before. Are you sure this is valid? And is it safe? And is it secure? And if you try to click on a link that's malicious, it's going to block it and say, nope, you don't want to do that. We've added some new functionality as part of our new Office app that's now in beta. Some really cool things, transfer files, image to text, image to table. Here with image to table, I can take a picture of a table, it will process it, ask me to kind of edit it up a little bit, and then I can take this and drop it directly into, by going to open, directly drop it into a PowerPoint, and now it's fully editable. So think about how much time you can save by not having to enter data manually. Next, signing a document, same sort of thing. So we can go over here, we can say sign a document. We pick a document located here in our OneDrive or SharePoint. Tap where you wish to sign. I tap, make my scrawl, store it, boom, right back into the document. There it is, ready to be sent back. No third-party software required in any way, shape, or form. It's now saved. It's now ready to go. As we look at putting AI to work for you, some of the great new features that we've released in the last year include things like PowerPoint Designer. What's really cool is we can drop in an image, go to the designer. It's automatically going to pick a design that works. For this, it's automatically adding these icons that make the best sense with what's being said. It'll even alter if you change some of the text, let's say from add a city, it'll actually show you pictures of a city. So it's really a great way to be able to sort of, for those who are not good at creating PowerPoints like me, be able to bring that together. Inside of PowerPoint, another one of my favorite features is, I'm gonna go up here to always use subtitles. I'm going to pick Spanish because I do not speak Spanish, but let's say I had a lot of Spanish-speaking folks in the audience. I'm going to click Go. And I could say, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ignite. It is awesome to see you here. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a nice kitten and a dog. I know gato and perro. It's like the only Spanish words I know. So I'm going to turn that off because I don't want that continuing to go. But that feature's there today, and I use that all the time when I have a meeting with folks, again, where English may be a second language, and it supports 36 languages. Here we're doing at mention, so I'm doing an at mention for Megan. I'm putting in some comments, and what's great is it's automatically going to show up here, and we'll see it pop up as an email. There it is, and that same mention you did shows up as an email, and you can also click that to get directly to that document when stored in the cloud. Word ideas, I use this also quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and click ideas, and it will go through and take a look at my document and offer me a variety of things I can do to make my writing just better and more readable. So it'll say, hey, instead of using unwavering, use steadfast. It'll look at clarity, conciseness, so it'll say cannot instead of can't. It'll look at formality and even inclusiveness to make sure that you're using inclusive language. So really great to help make you a better writer and ensure that who you're sending this to, that writing is strong. Excel ideas, once again, we'll click ideas. We've highlighted a section of the graph, and it will automatically create graphs for us based on that data. So we don't have to sit there and pick it. It'll even show us outliers, parts of the data that's different from all the rest, which really help us to bring some good information as we start to look forward, an area that I might want to investigate further. With natural language query, what's going to happen here is, again, I'm going to hit ideas, and I can go here and I can ask a question about my data, like, which is our best-selling product? And it will look at that data and tell you. And I can even go further and say, what's our best-selling product in 2019? And it will go ahead and pull that out too. So when I'm looking to make data personal, what's really important here, I can simply, in plain language, make these queries and use AI to go ahead and interpret that.
Manufacturer issue where
notice how hard it is to hear with the background.
There seems to be some thermal issues that are tripping a breaker. So if you're running for a short period.
So what I've done here is we've gone ahead and turned on a new feature in Stream, which mutes background noise to make sure that it's clear and easy to hear what folks are doing. It's called Audio Enhance. We also have Transcript Search, where we can search for part of the transcript. Here, we're creating a simple form. We're inserting a form into a stream video, and when the video hits the spot on the timeline, we've actually made it where this will pop up, so we can actually add a questionnaire that takes place inside of a video at a certain time. So we're saying, how would you rate this presentation? So we would share it out with folks within our organization or just copy the link. We would paste it in, and then we'll see right here is where we would like that form to come up at 8 minutes, 17 seconds. We're going to name it, And then we're going to add it to the timeline so that when we play the video, we now get to this review question. No one has to leave the Chrome or go outside of the video. Edge Collections is a new feature in Edge. This allows us to grab information, pages, things that we're seeing on the web, and put them together into a collection that's always available, even offline. So here we have one on Everyday AI that we built. We're going to go to a new web page. We're going to grab that picture and drag it in, which will also bring in that content. And here we can just drag and drop to organize it in different ways, and even send it to Excel or Word if we'd like to turn it into a simple, easy presentation that's very simple to be able to be shared. Microsoft Search in Bing. With Microsoft Search turned on, I can say, where's Jason's office? It'll go inside and it will show me where Jason's office is. And if I want to go further, again, natural language query, show me all the Bills in Building 3. It will show me the only people in Building 3 named Bill. I can click on any one of those, get information on them, and be able to connect with them easily and simply. And that, hang on, let's see how I did. Look at that, with 3 minutes to spare. We have done 35 demos in a little less than 20 minutes. What do you think? Cool stuff. To learn more about many of these demos, I encourage you to check out the Microsoft 365 Experience Hub right over there and visit any of our booths, Teams, Word, PowerPoint, etc. We're happy to dig in a little bit further. Thank you very much and have a great day.